day. Let's see. It's gonna work. Maybe. Let's see here. Alex.
Yo, what up, Martin?
How many push-ups you want to do?
Yo, I'm down for like 20.
All right. While we're doing push-ups, those of you guys that are in the room that have been following me from the very beginning and got to see veterans, the FBI, and the military set up rape, abductions, and scenarios while trying to tell me to kill my wife. How many missing women and children in our community are actually missing because those members of the FBI do those things? You guys got to see them with their own eyes, set up abductions, rape scenarios, and tell somebody to kill their own wife. So how many homicides and suicides in our communities are actually the result of the FBI causing crimes so that they can get paid to investigate it themselves?
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, I never really thought of it like that, but I guess there's probably a lot, you know?
Well, so you think about it. In real life, they came and they did this to me and my wife. Now, they knew exactly what to do to induce homicide and suicide. They knew exactly what they needed to do, the procedure in place to try and get me to murder my wife. So the police would have to come and kill me. They literally telling me ahead of time when the police are coming, I'm being swatted. You have access to firearms. Shoot them. Things like that. How many police officers are murdered? How many people are murdered and how many women go missing because the FBI is out there abducting people, psychologically torturing people, or there's members of the military that are corrupt doing that as well? How many lives are lost in our community that we pretend are from a homicide and suicide of criminals when it's actually the military and the FBI?
Yep. Yeah, probably a lot. You know, I never really thought of it like that, but
and here's what's important. Criminal organizations in my area were able to capture the FBI, set up those situations. They were able to capture the military, setting up those situations. They can take that back to their home country and tell everybody, look, the FBI is the one you can't trust. They're rapists, they're murderers. They try to get people to kill each other. It's not us. We're just selling drugs. They're the murderers. I mean, if a bunch of people die in your town, and you have a video of the FBI trying to set up a homicide and abduct people, who does the town think it is? Who do you get the children to think it is?
Yeah, probably just like
seeing is believing.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, let's do some push-ups.
All right. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. I also had a question on your ketosis diet.
No problem.
So in college, I'm taking a class on human nutrition, and my teacher is saying that the ketosis diet is a fad and it's not healthy for you.
Okay, so this is what's crazy. Now let's think about the lack of education of the person teaching you. How old are religions?
Oh, tens of thousands of years old.
And you're supposed to fast, go into ketosis with your prayers. So it's a 1,000-year-old practice. Now think about in Buddhism. Do you want Buddhism religion to heal you of diseases and illnesses? Fast and go into ketosis. Thousands of years, they've proven its work, so they still use it. Now Judaism. Do you want Yahweh to heal you of diseases and illnesses? Fast and go into ketosis, and Yahweh will heal you. For thousands of years, they've proven ketosis works. But if you don't believe in Buddhism or Judaism, in Islam, if you fast during Ramadan, don't eat sugar, go into ketosis, Allah will heal you of diseases and illnesses. But if you don't believe in those, Jesus Christ and Christianity will heal you of diseases and illnesses if you fast and go into ketosis. But if you don't believe in those, we have Hinduism, if you fast. But if you don't believe in those, we have the Native American Great Spirit, we have the Incan, the Babylonian. So you think that your teacher is actually telling you the truth, or your teacher is a sheep that has been fed some false information. Your teacher can't even realize, is this a fad? I mean, literally, your teacher knows religions exist, and every religion uses ketosis to heal you. So is it a fad diet, or is your teacher just blind to the truth?
Yeah, she's probably just blind because, like with you, you've been using it and it's been working you wonders,
Well, and here's the thing. So let's think about now. Every religion's used it for thousands of years. Now, the Department of Defense is saying, we don't care what religion is saying their God did it. Let's just call it what it is, a ketogenic state, and research it. Now, the Department of Defense is saying it makes soldiers smarter, stronger, and less susceptible to diseases and illnesses. So not only is every religion use it, the top organization in human biology, the people who have the most amount of money to research human biology, are saying it is the best thing we've ever come across studying it. They would force you to do it if it wasn't considered like slavery, taking your rights away. They would force they've come out and said, if we could, we would force every soldier in every branch of the military to be under ketosis. But we don't make the rules for the Department of Veterans Affairs, and it's lobbyists and the government and things like that. Well, I mean, you think about that. So the Department of Defense is saying it'll make our Navy SEALs stronger and smarter. It repairs brain damage. It repairs kidney failure, liver failure. This is the Department of Defense. It removes toxins that lead to diseases and illnesses. And your nutrition doctor or teachers go, nah.
Yeah.
Nah. Now, why? Now let's get somewhere. Did a lobbyist lobby the federal government to create the curriculum that pharmaceuticals need your teacher to teach you? Now, is your teacher teaching you the truth, or is your teacher teaching you something that was given to them by the pharmaceutical industry?
Yeah, probably just that, the pharmaceutical
companies. Well, no, not just. Here's a fact of reality. When we teach nutrition at high schools and colleges today, it's not the truth. It's information created by pharmaceutical companies. Now, is a pharmaceutical company lobbying the federal government to teach you how not to take their medicine?
Yeah.
Or to take it?
Oh, to take it, yeah.
Yeah, so same thing about this. So where'd your teacher's curriculum come from? Lobbyists that work for pharmaceutical companies. That's crazy. Now, how does a pharmaceutical company get your teacher to teach that information for them, instead of just what the basic science is? They paid a congressman. We'll re-elect you if you pass this law and say, a ketogenic diet is a fad. And then the teacher will stand in front of class and go, I mean, think about this. Your teacher standing in front of class knowing it's a 1,000-year-old diet, and it's what the Department of Defense wants to use, and lie to your face. Your teacher will lie for money. Your teacher's lying to your face. Think about that. Your teacher. Now, why would a teacher need to stand in front of a classroom and lie through their teeth?
Because they're being paid by the lobbyists and the people in the pharmaceutical companies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A lobbyist paid your school to teach a certain curriculum, and your teacher gets a paycheck for teaching that curriculum, whether it's the truth or not. So they stand up there and lie through their teeth.
Yep. So basically, I just wanted to ask you, how has it been going for you, your ketogenic diet?
Well, so I've had some memory wipes, some traumatic brain injuries, aneurysm, kidney failure, heart failure, liver failure. I have a 3D printed neck. I've been shot. I've been stabbed. I've been buried on a beach in garbage bags and left for dead. And a ketogenic diet really works wonders. Now, you think about why would pharmaceutical companies not want you to know about ketosis? If it's removing the toxins out of my body that lead to diseases and illnesses,
then you don't need the medicine.
Well, and right now, your body right now is sending out a signal to purge all damaged cells called autophagy and apoptosis. Your body wants to remove all damaged cells because they waste a lot of energy. Now, in the presence of sugar, your cell overrides that death signal. Your cell goes, I want the sugar. I'm not committing suicide, or I'm not getting replaced with a new cell. Now, in just a ketosis, your body purges all of those damaged cells, and you have a 400% increase in the energy you need to fight off a disease or illness. 400% increase in energy. So you think about this. I need to walk 100 miles to get the medicine that will save me, basically. And a ketogenic diet will let you walk 400 miles, and sugar will only let you walk 25 miles. Right? So you need the energy to heal you and save yourself. Now when you get sick, why do you want to throw up? So you go into ketosis. Your body's telling you, get that 400% increase in energy to save your life or to make you better. Right?
Yeah,
Your
I
gut
never thought of it
instinct.
like that.
Yeah, they tell you your gut instinct. Well, what happens when your stomach's empty? You go into ketosis. When you're in ketosis, what are you doing? Your body starts purging toxins, damaged cells, and gives you a 400% increase in energy. Now, no damaged cells, no toxins, and a 400% increase in energy to fight off a disease or illness. How does that affect you when you're sick? You have a
Oh, it heals
400%
you.
increase in getting better.
Oh yeah, that's so good for you.
Right? You see what I'm saying? A 400% increase in energy means a 400% chance of getting better. And not
Hmm.
only that, you've removed the toxins and the damaged cells that are draining energy. And you also get the extra energy from your digestive system resting.
Oh yeah,
So why would pharmaceutical companies not want you to know about this 400% increase in energy?
because they're just gonna lose
Because
money.
without that 400, there we go, without that 400% increase in energy, you actually need a prescription.
Hmm.
I can't get better.
Yep. All right, Martin. It was nice talking to you, dude.
God
You have
bless.
a
Take
good
care.
one. Thank you for the information.
Yep.
Yep.
Who's next? Let's see. I'm waiting to see if someone's going to come on. If not, we'll bring someone else on. And questions come with push-ups. Let's see here. Malaysia. Nope, it didn't work. Who's doing push-ups? There we go. Brandon.
Yo, what's up, Martin?
How you doing? How many push-ups are we doing?
Uh, 20?
All right.
All right, cool.
Ready? Go.
Yeah.
1, 2.
All right.
What's your question, sir?
Um, so about like the thing you've 3D printed neck, how did that happen?
So I took care of sexually exploited women and children and drug mules, and
Yeah.
I had. Whenever you have someone in your custody, you're only supposed to have one set of people at a time. But I
Oh,
worked for multiple organizations.
yeah.
So say I worked for, Papa John's Pizza, Domino's Pizza, and Little Caesars, and they all showed up to deliver a pizza. And I'm only
Yeah.
supposed to have one organization. So I had kids already in my area. A girl got abducted, and whatever reason that she ended up getting away or whatever, and the people that they got away from followed her, and I got hurt in a confrontation.
Oh, dude, that's pretty deep.
Yeah, but so like there's a procedure you follow for everything. So you have like your escape routes, your backup houses, all the things that you're supposed to follow and things like that. But you're never supposed to have two people show up at the same time. When you have one set of people, that's you think about it, nothing ever really goes by the books. But I had one set of kids, like publicly. I had a set of kids we kept in the room in the walls of
Yeah.
the safe room in the walls of my house, and I had another lady picked up because she was an informant about the men because it's all drug mules and things like that. So I had a girl, she was an informant about, hey, we're looking for these kids' names, blah, 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 blah. So somehow one of my kids mailed some shit home to where they're not supposed to. They found out where they were living at, and it's all through the drug community. The girl tipped off whoever she needed to tip off, but it put her in fucking jeopardy. So I could, you can't just leave her, like she's literally sleeping in the bushes, I could, it was just a fucking shitstorm.
Yeah. And how'd you like get involved with all that? How'd you get involved with taking care of
job.
women? It's your
My
job? All right. Fair enough. That's all the questions I have, all right? I'll let someone else join. See you later.
No, I just got on. You want me to get off? All right, let me do one more set of push-ups with somebody. Who wants to do push-ups? And I gotta go. Okay.
And this is crazy. I can't believe I'm here. That's all right. I'll do 20 push-ups.
Yes, sir.
All right. This is absolutely mad. Okay.
Ready? Go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10.
Okay. 20. Okay. Hey, I literally never thought I'd be here. I've been following your content for a while. I have a few questions. The first one is, what I don't understand is your username. Like, where does it come from? What does it mean?
Tie me to mass. The energy and information that makes my soul, my spirit, my consciousness, my spark of light, that Israelite, needs to be tied to mass so I exist in this construct that only exists for mass that we call time.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's cool. The second one is, what was it? Oh yeah. Okay. So astral projection.
Not real.
Even if it's not for spirituality, what are your thoughts on it? And
It's not real. You have the ability today to download some AI software to track information. You can track astral projections back to different organizations talking about quantum entanglement. So when Albert Einstein was studying quantum entanglement, he called it spooky action at a distance, where like if me and you were twins, I could read your thoughts, I could taste what you're tasting. You ate a strawberry ice cream and I go, oh man, my twin's having strawberry ice cream, right? He called that quantum entanglement, and other people were like, hey, let's give this to people. We'll call it astral projection and see how many people fake it. Okay. So we can separate the curd from the whey, basically. They're like, we're going to call this astral projection, and we're going to see how many people fake it. Now you can get on the internet today, type up your own algorithm. So, because where did you learn about astral projection?
Just through YouTube, and I was exploring lucid dreaming as well.
So the internet, right? So you can today make your own program and track it back to the source, and it's the very first instance they go, we're going to call quantum entanglement astral projection, and we're going to see how many people fake it. Okay. That's quite eye-opening.
Yeah, so all these people then led to...
There's a certain procedure, right? Because, when you're a twin, you're in a womb together, your particles of your brain, they match frequencies. You hear the same thing, you smell the same thing. Now, remember Albert Einstein, match your frequencies to the reality you want, and you can't help get that reality. So he carried that over from twins to what he called telepathy and the brotherhood of the military, and spouses, right? Me and my wife do the same thing every day. We go to the same church we do everything the same. Eventually, my wife go, Martin's tasting a lemon, and I'm really tasting a lemon, right? So they called that spooky action at a distance, and somebody said, well, let's just pretend his wife is astral projecting there and watching him eat the lemon. We'll make up a whole fake, his wife astral projected and watched him eat the lemon, when that's not what the original information states. It says their particles of their brain, their wavelengths, they match their frequencies, they became quantum entangled. When he's eating a lemon, she can taste it. It's quantum entanglement. But we don't want you to research quantum entanglement. We don't want you to get further ahead than we do. So we're going to call it astral projections, and we're going to say his wife astral projected into the room and watched him eat the lemon.
Okay. So my other thing is
other people just lie about it. That's it. It's just and you think about it. It's a very good psychological operation. We know what it is. It's quantum entanglement. But can we make some stuff up about it, some completely fake information, and give it to people to point them in the wrong direction, so we can get further ahead in this quantum entanglement or telepathy, whatever you want to call it? We can move forward ahead in our experiments while the other people just go in the whole wrong direction because of ego. Okay.
Yeah. So as well as the other thing is lucid dreaming when you're asleep. So what do you think of that? And can you train it, or is it just yeah?
Your body creates DMT in a dream to turn off your body from flailing. Your brain creates DMT. What it does is turns off your body and parts of your brain so they can heal.
Okay.
It doesn't. You're not going anywhere. You're not doing anything.
Yeah.
It just my brain might make DMT and turn off my hippocampus or relax it for a hot minute so it can heal and repair. I mean, how does my muscle repair if I never let it relax?
Through the chemicals that are being released because the glands exercise and stuff.
Yeah, so your brain is the same way. It needs to relax, right? Certain things need to relax so they can regenerate.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
But now, real quick, you can get yourself right before the dream state, and basically it's called imagination, right? Nikola Tesla, Albert Einstein, they talked about utilizing this dream state. And back then it was hard to explain, but basically having a vivid imagination like a child, believing in your children have imaginary friends and they actually see it, right? Their brain can manifest an imaginary friend, or you're a child, you're playing Knights of King Arthur and you actually see the castle you're in as a 5-year-old, right? Mm-hmm. That's what the original information from lucid dreaming is coming from. They're saying use your imagination to create to be able to do that again, because then you can do it for scientific experiments. Now just like I could dream when I was 5 in a castle, can I dream about the neuroscience and manipulate things, right? Like I'm in a virtual reality world, like I'm wearing VR goggles. That's what they're talking about.
Is there a way for, say, like me, just as I am, to train in lucid dreaming, or is it just a random occurrence through DMT?
So it's a random occurrence, but you can train yourself to. I mean, think about it. How were you able to walk around and lucid dream and see a castle when you were 5? When there wasn't
one. The production of DMT and stuff, I guess. So.
Well, it's not necessarily just your imagination. So if every kid has the ability to do it, and we just don't tell you what it is, we pretend it's lucid dreaming because we don't want you to have that ability. You can. I mean, just think about it. How do you just unlock your imagination? And I want you to think about this. The reason we don't want you to do it, because how do we have the technology and things we have today? Somebody's imagination manifested it into creation. Imagine if everybody today, as an adult, could unlock their imagination to pretend to be in a castle. What else could we manifest? Laser beams.
You have the idea and then you execute on it. Yeah.
Exactly. Any of the things that we have, laser beams, toilets, hot water, the light bulbs in your room, the earphones you're using, your glasses, those were all a dream. Somebody dreamed it, right?
And executed on it.
Exactly, because of imagination. Now, right, we want to make sure you don't utilize that, because you might be able to beat somebody else in a field of science or something like that they want to make money in. So we don't teach you how to do it.
That's why I hear you talking about psychological operations. They won't give you the education so that they can profit off of it, with whether it's with the cholesterol and stuff like through sugar and ketones and.
Yeah, and, everything comes down to profit. But imagine right now we're saying we're going to make these VR goggles for people at Microsoft, the DoD, Amazon, Facebook, all these technology companies, so they could lucid dream. What does VR goggles do? Right, you just like you were 5, you'll be able to walk through the castle. Right, but
the simulation
we only
of
want
your
you to be able to
imagination.
imagine. We only want you to imagine and do what we tell you. Right now, if you could go back and do it like you did as a child, you have the world at your fingertips.
Yeah,
you're not
constrained
by somebody else's authority. right? If you
Okay.
can teach yourself how to do it, you're not constrained, right? I give you my VR goggles and I say, this is what you need to do. You're constrained by the limitations I set upon you. But if you go
Yeah.
home and learn how to do it yourself like you did when you were 5, I can't put any limitations on you. The sky's the limit.
Because if you're able to simulate freely what it was from your imagination, then you can almost re-experience that through a manifestation of VR. So I
Yeah.
think that's
But my wife's calling me, so.
cool. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah, no problem. God bless. Thank you for your kindness. Bye.
Bye.